video was made for an assignment of a unit in University of Sydney. In this video, I'm going to present a research on Chinese English code switching phenomenon, focused on the user's attitudes and reasons. Code switching is when people who are bilingual or multilingual switch between their different languages. In my research, Chinese and English are the two language codes. The development of English in China could date back to 17th century. The earliest Chinese Pidgin English, considered as a ridiculous jargon of broken English. As for now, English as a lingua franca are highly recognized in China. There are 400 million to 600 million English learners and users at present, and we can hardly avoid seeing or hearing English mixed with Chinese in daily life. Newspapers, magazines, media, even on the street we would see the English signs. However, this phenomenon raised the Chinese linguists' concern.
According to Zheng, Chinese English are bubbling up in China's society, that our use of English has become a concern of authorities. People's Daily also published an article recently criticized our use of foreign language. The policy of forbidding the random mixing of foreign words already issued on December 20, 2010. GAPP then went on to explain that increased abusive use of language, such as random English mixing, direct use of English words or acronyms, and coined expressions mixed with English or other foreign languages in print and digital publications, have seriously damaged the purity of Chinese and destroyed a harmonious and healthy linguistic cultural environment.
What do you think of this policy? Is English spoiling the purity of Chinese? It's a controversial debate in China. From the linguistic perspective, Chinese and English are two languages used by people, interacting and changing depending on how people would use them. English has influence on Chinese. People use them, mix them, do code switching. This is exactly the policy trying to avoid and decrease the impact of English to Chinese. But the truth is English also influenced by Chinese, that English are Sinicized and become China English. In order to explore this, I created a survey. Before I present my survey, following concepts should be explained.
The first one is China English. Chinglish known as China English. From these examples in pictures, we can see some incomprehensible English translations from Chinese, such as this one, good study, day up. It means work hard and get better every day. It's literally translated from Chinese word by word. It ignores grammar structure, becomes incomprehensible in English because it created in China context. Wei and Fei explained them in literature that translations in China from Chinese to English more or less ignore the grammatical structure of English, but China English is an interlanguage has become self-justifying as a label for English with Chinese characteristics and culture. It should be regarded as a member of the family of the world Englishes. At the beginning, I explained that code switching is when people who are bilingual switch between their different languages. In China context, they tend to use English words, phrases to substitute Chinese in conversations. To put it simple, English occurs in Chinese-based conversations frequently. They use both Chinese and English to communicate with each other. This is the definition from Zheng's framework. According to Myers, there are 3 types of code switching. Let's see some examples in the videos. In this music, lyrics switch from Chinese to English. The man inserts sorry instead of sorry in Chinese, 对不起.
一句 sorry 可以化解一个人的怨气。
And this boy used hello instead of Chinese, 你好.
Hello, 大家好.
Next, I'm going to present my research based on the questionnaire data, focused on the users who would do code switching. The question is, what are their attitudes and reasons to do code switching in China? The data was collected from internet, posted on a famous online survey website.
89 participants who submitted the questionnaire were from 11 different provinces, and they came from 26 cities and regions, so they have 26 different dialects. Each participant indicated that they speak Mandarin as well. However, only 67 of them would do code switching in conversations. 22 of them would not do code switching, they only use Chinese or dialects in conversations.
More results of my questionnaire are concluded in following graphs. Let's see together.
The result of who to do code switching with shows that people prefer to do code switching with friends and colleagues. None of the participants would do code switching with teachers or elders. I believe this is on account of the tradition that respects seniority in China. Friends and colleagues are at equal position that they could use a more casual way to communicate. As for their attitudes toward code switching, the result is presented in this bar diagram. 81 out of 89 participants chose that code switching is acceptable. It occupied 91% of the whole participants group. Only 8 participants thought the code switching phenomenon is unacceptable. And these 8 participants also belong to the 22 participants group who would not do code switching in daily life.
The majority of participants could accept code switching, but linguists who have concern on the purity of Chinese think that could not accept this, as the policy of forbidding the mixed use of Chinese and English has already issued on 2010. Do you think this policy is going to stop the code switching phenomenon in China? I don't think so.
For the question that what would you do after knowing this policy, my result shows that our 95% participants reported that they would keep doing Chinese-English mixing, even though government trying to decrease the use of Chinese-English code switching. Let's see the red part. 58 participants equal to 65% participants could understand what this policy trying to do, but they would still mix Chinese and English. The green part of the pie chart, 27 out of 89 participants does not care this policy and would do as same as before. The smallest blue part shows the data of 5%, that is only 4 people reported they would quit doing code switching. The last multiple choice question aimed at why these participants would do code switching. From this pie chart, we could see that the biggest motivation is entertainment. Sometimes insert English in conversation would have more fun. The second biggest reason is fashionable. Using English in conversation has become a fashion trend. The reason of internationalization is the third largest part in this pie chart. As English has become lingua franca, using English is considered as a symbol of internationalization. Personality, identity, and professional job are other 2 reasons. I discussed about 22 out of 67 participants would do code switching with colleagues. Here, only 4% chose the reason of professional job. We could infer that they do code switching with colleagues, only a few of them may due to job demand. As I believe code switching phenomenon would keep going in China, 3 main reasons can be concluded according to Kang. First one, a lack of equivalent. It means that some English words do not have suitable Chinese translations. Second one, a concise effect. Sometimes using English is easier than using Chinese. Third one, periphrasis. Some certain English words have euphemistic purpose. There are also further factors and features relating to the increasing use of English in China. There are novelty, popular culture, and bilingualism.
From the results and the reasons I discussed, I could say that English are accepted by Chinese and has overwhelming influence on Chinese daily life. Using English in conversations has become pop culture, and people in China would like to catch up with this trend. On the contrary, English are also influenced by Chinese in this context. The policy of trying to reduce the Chinese-English mixing is made ignored by people in daily life, and we could see that language changes all the time based on the user's needs. Well, as Zheng concludes that for the mixing is not a shame or showing off, it is just a communication mode to build multicultural identities. I believe no matter authorities' concern, the code switching phenomenon would keep going in China and Chinese people would enjoy it. Thanks for watching.